It's week 4 of the 2022 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Dolphins and the Titans, and it comes your way next.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Team now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't
they? A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is Waddle, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a third hill. And this is going to be intercepted.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 22 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away from the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go, baby.
Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape. And
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Get it!
Nick Chubb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0.
Titans, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You gotta be kidding me.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. A beautiful fake.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. Touchdown, Titans. Najee Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
No gain on the play there. Second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead,
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their yards. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover?
Before he gets going. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense draws.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side. Harris. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Najee Harris, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you have a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll run now with Gaskin. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Gaskin. They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Myles Gaskin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead in the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go!
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Here's Watson, sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. A give. This is Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
This is Gaskin on the carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down. Now Tannehill. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. This is taken at the 15. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taking him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Harris. Shedding through the defense. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Tannehill. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Back now in Nashville, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Myles Gaskin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On 1st down, Tannehill.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after them one more time.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. Escapes the defender. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers, all of them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result. Big plays.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even changed game planning a little bit in order to make things better for him.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a first down throw, Tannehill, and that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on second down, Tannehill. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. See it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And it's a Titans touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans... got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Room to run for Gaskin. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. Trucks over him. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Jason Sanders to kick off on the line.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Tannehill now to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Chubb again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill, he's going to let it fly. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again is Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Throwing now, Watson. He'll buy some time right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Here's Tannehill. Gets this to Waller. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the